let's have a quick look at the Australian dollar and the US dollar. Let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Alright, let's have a quick look at the US dollar. For the last week, guys, I've been saying that I think that the US dollar is likely to continue down, and that's what we've been getting. You can see the market actually rallied up, and the US dollar actually started coming off and coming down as well too. Now, we actually got a bit more of a selling volume in the price today in the US dollar. If you actually have a look at this here, and let me actually show you here, you can actually see. Let me bring up this chart here first. This is the US dollar. This is the weekly chart. You can see this reversal, and you can see this gap open through here. Now, will that gap be filled? Most gaps do get filled, so we may get a little reversal. Who knows? But the overall market is actually quite weak on there. You can see that reversal bar through there. Go into the weekly chart, guys. This is the weekly line chart. And as you can see, it's definitely weak. Really, really weak. So you can see, let me actually bring up these lines through here. You can see this bottom, that point through there. You can see how the market actually supported through there. And now look what's actually happening. It's now becoming resistance. And what is that also forming? This is also forming what? Let me actually bring up, say, we'll just go yellow. All right, see, no, let's go green. All right, so you can see it, we go red. So you can see it's actually formed a shoulder, a head, and a small shoulder as well too. Now, it might not seem like much, and it's very, very small. So you can see this. And we go black here, so we've got this shoulder, this head, and then we've got a little slight shoulder formation, and now it's running down. You've got this little point that's coming down through there. So it's formed a lower peak at this low here as well too, guys. This is really, really, really important. This low weekly bar, this low weekly point is now becoming a whole bunch of area of resistance. So you can see that on this weekly chart through there. Now looking on the daily chart, on the line, you can see that even more clearer than what's actually happening through here. You can see how the market's really, really, really rolling over. And let me actually bring up these trend lines through here so I can show you what I'm seeing. So we're definitely at that level of support. And let me take this lines off the chart. And let me just show you again. Let me actually bring up my lines. And you can see what's actually happening through. You've got this point through there. Look at that swing down, swing up, swing down, swing up. You've got a swing down. You've got a swing up, a swing down, and you got a swing up and a swing down. And so you got this swing down and swing up, and then like that. That was the overall move. And if you look at these as waves, guys, if you look at this as, what I like to do is I like to use this as a wave. So wave up and a wave down, and you got a wave up and you got a wave down, and you got a wave up. So that's what a wave. These little lower peaks and stuff like that, they're not waves. Sometimes you could use this as a wave and stuff like that, but you can see what I'm trying to get at there. You're looking at the waves. You're looking at the flow of the market. So let's just go bring up Eclipse. Bam! And you got this peak up the top here. Let's just make that green. So you got this peak, trough, lower peak, lower trough, lower peak, lower trough, lower peak, lower trough, lower peak, lower trough, higher peak, higher trough, lower peak. So this was the point where the buyers look like they're trying to come in control, and then bam, lower peak again. And this here is where we are right now. So that tells me we're just gonna continue this overall downward trend like we've seen for quite some time. And if you bring up, say, this trend line from there to there, you can actually see what we're seeing right now. So that's that point through there. Got a little breakout, and then now we're actually just rejecting it to the downside. So that's what the US dollar actually looks like. The Australian dollar, let's go to the Australian dollar. The Australian dollar is obviously the upside, the flip to the upside. Let me just bring up the line chart. I'll bring up the weekly chart here. Weekly chart, you can see we're picking up quite nicely through there. The daily chart, once again, we actually had about 0.7%, but another nice gap up. We are forming a nice move up as well too. So the Australian dollar actually looks quite strong and continue to be strong, where the US dollar is very weak. Looking on the obviously the daily chart, you can see how we're just building a lot of strength through here, and the same for that weekly chart as well to them. And this is where I say, guys, weekly charts are really, really, really important, because you can see that this weekly chart is actually now starting to head up, and it looks like we're starting to break this downtrend, and we're trying to form this uptrend overall. So overall, guys, the US dollar is continuing to look weak. The Australian dollar, to me, looks like it's continuing to break up and looks like it's continuing to run up to the high side. So overall, guys, Australian dollars continue to be strong and US dollar continues to be weak. Going to BSU here. Trading is hard. Over my 10 years of trading, I've learned some amazing systems and strategies, and I've put it all in my brand new Grab the Markets by the Balls course, and I'm giving you 100% free access. This whole course is 12 videos long and almost 10 hours of the best systems and strategies that I know. Click on the image below now to get 100% free access right now.